Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. This video will be a deload weekend, a weekend in our life, and I hope you're going to enjoy this video. This morning, Saturday morning, I started with some breakfast. I made overnight apple cinnamon oats. They actually looked much better in the container, which I will pop a picture on the screen, but I definitely needed some food into my system, some protein, some carbs, because we went to go shopping. It was a bit of a rainy day today, but we headed out to Macro. We did some big groceries together. We usually go to the Macro to get some big groceries like once a month or so, and my Baba was there, so that was fun. On the way back, it was still raining, weather wasn't great. Saturday is usually a day where I just do a lot of boring things. I did laundry, a couple of laundries, to be honest. It was a lot of laundry. Oh, and this is some of the things we also bought: some energy gels for my runs. Yeah, it was a lot of laundry. I think 3 or 4 laundries, but yeah, that's all part of it. And of course, I did some vacuum, just making sure the house is clean and neat. I just always make sure that the house is clean and neat. It just feels good if your house is clean. You feel quiet. My mind is quiet and calm. So for lunch, we had a bit of leftovers. We had some pasta with spinach. We had some chicken marinated in Greek yogurt. We had some mincemeat with carrots and some more veggies. I had some soup. I had some tea. I had some water. Just always make sure you're staying hydrated. And of course, my Baba was there and he wanted to be in the video. So we just watched something together on Netflix, and after we finished our food, I just had some more tea. I just love tea. It was a bit rainy still outside, so it was like a perfect day to be on the couch for some Netflix and chill. That is exactly what we did. After lunch, we just watched some Big Bang Theory and we just chilled on the couch for a bit, and it's just nice in the weekend to have some quality time together, to relax for a bit. It's just really important. That afternoon, I also helped my dad with something. He phoned me and we had a bit of a video call. It was quite nice to see him. Then I also did some extra voiceovers because yeah, these videos, I make them with the voiceovers. So yeah, that's what I did for a little bit. Very important. Then after the lunch was set, so we didn't get stomach pains, basically, we decided to do a little workout. My husband already jumped on the bike while I was calling my dad, and he started, I think he did like 2.5 hour cycle session or so, and when I came in, he already was like 45 minutes or so in, and he was already sweating like crazy. Like everything is just wet and sticky. It's such a different sweat you get from riding on the bike, but it is quite nice. I think he was watching where he was cycling now, but then on your phone you can look at something else, maybe watch some Netflix, so it can also be a bit of quality time for yourself. I just looked at him for a bit. It's nice to see him work out. And then I also decided to get ready. I went out for a little run, so I just popped on my shoes while Nana was still on the bike. Then I did a little warm-up. Always make sure to do a warm-up, even if you go for a slow run, even if you go for something that is not gonna take that much energy out of you, or you don't feel like you need to warm up, but just always make sure to do a warm-up. Your body will thank you later. Then I went outside. The weather honestly wasn't great. It was still very gray outside. It wasn't very exciting running weather. I honestly wasn't excited at all, but yeah, you just still have to get things done. So that's what we did. I started my watch, and I always just start with a walk, and I just quickly checked in with my clients, see if they needed any help or any assistance. I just started listening to a podcast. This time it was a podcast from the Not So Fit Couple. I think they have great podcasts. They provide great information about fitness, about health, about habits. If you want to learn a bit more about these topics, they also speak a lot about high rocks and hybrid athletes. I would highly recommend give them a follow. So yeah, started with a walk, and then eventually I went into a little jog. It was a nose breathing session, which meant that I was just going slow, nothing special, just trying to breathe through my nose, listen to my body, how fast I could run. And I was just even took my jacket off because it wasn't cold at all. But yeah, then eventually it started to rain, so that was not great. It wasn't like hard rain, but it's still a bit frustrating, you know. You don't want to run in the rain. It's not ideal, but luckily it wasn't very cold. It was still warm. warm. I had a slow pace. I still kept myself warm. The last 400 meters, I believe, I just went a little bit quicker just because I felt nice and warm, and I was thinking, why not? It's still raining anyway, and I just wanted to test myself a little bit. I wasn't going to sprint. I was just speeding up a little bit just to see how it felt, and it felt quite nice. My body, I felt like, recovered quite good after this deload week. This was the second last day of the deload week. I did feel that my body was responding quite nicely to it. So I would highly suggest, if you have been training a lot and you feel tired, you feel fatigued, you have reached performance plateaus, just take a step back, go a bit slower for a week. It doesn't have to be a full week. You can just do it for a few days. Maybe just go 50% of your workouts, but it will really help you because muscle is also built during rest. So don't forget to take some rest and recover properly. The run was done. I think I ran for, it was just over an hour. Yeah, I tried to run 12k, just over 12k in total. I was happy to go back inside because everything was wet. Even though it didn't rain hard, still everything was wet. Trust me, if you're there for over an hour. My husband was also ready, so together we did a bit of stretching, and then I quickly had to shower and jump on a video call because I am also teaching Dutch online. So I had to make sure that I was ready for that call, presentable. I had an hour lesson. It went very well. And then, after the lesson, our friend, Nana's best friend, came and he brought pizza. So Nana and I had pizza. What we actually do when we do takeouts, in the beginning we would have the full pizza. We would smash it. We would feel very full and bloated. Now what we do, we usually eat half of the pizza and then we eat the other half the other day, so the next day, and it's so much better. So I would highly recommend, if you do a takeout or you go out for dinner, don't fully smash everything. You don't have to. I mean, if you can, but you don't have to. You can just enjoy it and have the rest later. We ended up watching some cooking show, some American cooking show, and chilled for a bit on the couch before I went to bed. It was a nice Saturday, not too active. Next day, Sunday morning, we usually wake up not too early, and then we just get up and we go to church. It was a lovely day, and I think it's good to be reminded of the good that you can do in the day. It also gives us a bit of quality time before we go to church. We chat in the car, we have a bit of quality time. It takes us around 15 minutes to get to church, and then on the way back we usually chat about what happened and the message, but just in general to have some quality time is quite nice. When we came back home, so we usually on Sundays we go on a brunch date, but I was thinking, why not make a nice brunch for my husband at home. It also gave me a bit of time to catch up on some World Championship gymnastics because I haven't been able to watch it. So during what I was making the meals, I was making mincemeat with veggies, a bit spicy, not very spicy. I was making some toast. We were gonna have some evo with it, some fried eggs. So we're just gonna have a complete meal, a complete dish. It was just nice to have a little home date. So I dished everything up on the table. So the toast, the mincemeat, the evo, the fried eggs. Together we watched some gymnastics. It was really great quality time. My husband just asked some questions about it, tried to understand the D score, the E score, just the gymnastics in itself, and that's just quality time for me, and I just really enjoyed it. And the food, I thought it was absolutely delicious. I would choose this over a restaurant or just having us time eating, watching something together and just enjoying. I really enjoy this, and the food was really tasty. I really enjoyed it. I think I smashed 3 pieces of bread with mincemeat, evo, and a fried egg. So I did really reach my protein goal. Smashed it completely. Belly was full. Finished watching some gymnastics. We actually finished watching it all, and I think we both really enjoyed it. So that was quite nice. Then when the food was settled a bit, my husband gave me a candy. He has quite a sweet tooth. We got dressed, we got our bags, and I tried to feed my husband some candy, but he already had enough candy. So this one was mine, and I took it with me in the car so I could have it after our session. We drove to the squash courts. The weather was quite alright. It wasn't too cold. It was actually quite decent. Also nice because, you know, driving together, we can chat again. It's another little piece of quality time. And in the weekends, it's just really nice to not be busy all the time, but to just have some time to relax and chat. And driving is actually quite nice. So we went to Lawn Park Squash Club, and together we did a little bit of a session. My husband is a part-time squash coach, so he really knows how to train people. So sometimes he also helps me. And this is the second week in a row that we actually went, and he taught me a trick about these squash balls that you can actually clean them and they bounce better. And when he told me that, oh, I'm just gonna clean the balls, I thought he was making a joke, and then he was actually on the carpet cleaning it. So I've learned something new today. I learn something new every day. Then we started with the workout. In the beginning we did some drills, so he's just coaching me how to hold the racket, how to swing, how to approach the ball, my movement, a lot of things. And then he just tells me, you go straight here and then you go cross court here and all these things. And at the end we ended up playing a few games, so we got a bit of a sweat, so that was quite nice. When the squash was done, we were driving back home and the weather cleared up. It was beautiful blue skies. It was actually warm. Even during squash I was warm. I was sweating. I think my whole t-shirt was sticking on me. But that means we had a good session, you know. So got back home. I think I did some check-ins with my clients. Yeah, it's a Sunday, so definitely had some client check-ins, just making sure that they were doing what they were supposed to do. And then in the evening we went for a little walk. I think 2-3 Ks, not too much. Just a little walk. Also here, it's just a bit of quality time, but also just chatting about the weekend and chatting about the new week and our goals and where our minds are at. And yeah, just finishing the day off nicely with a slow walk. I think it's a great idea because after this we went inside. We had the other half of the pizza of the takeaway. That is a little view in our weekend. I know it's not a hectic video. We didn't do special things, but sometimes you have easy weekends, and the easy weekends, you should enjoy them because we don't have a lot of easy weekends. We usually go from one place to another and do this and do that. So when you do have an easy weekend, just enjoy them. Be in the moment, spend time with your partner, your family, your loved ones, your friends. The next video we are back into training. It will be exactly 8 weeks until the marathon. It will be a full week of training and eating, so stay tuned for a new video. I'm sorry I didn't have much footage. We really enjoyed just being in the moment. If you did watch it all the way up to here, and I do hope you really enjoyed it, and stay tuned for a new video. It will be a full week of eating and training as a hybrid athlete trying to train for a marathon in 8 weeks. And if you have any questions or anything, please leave them below or private message me. If you liked the video, I would highly appreciate it, and have a great day. See you in the next one. Bye.